magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, good people? Hello, 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 hello. You, and you. Welcome into another edition of Brainley's Virtual Tour live on a Thursday night. Glad to have all you here. I know what you're thinking, Brain. You normally don't go live on Thursdays. You're absolutely right. It's my off day. But what do I always say? Y'all will always go live on Thursdays if there's something in the culture that needs to be talked about, and boy, do we have a lot to get to. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 destinations for you all. Nelly and Ashanti We Belong Together is renewed for season 2 on Peacock. Yes, indeed. So very excited about that. We'll get to that. Taylor Frankie, who is a part of the Hulu series, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Well, she was supposed to be the bachelorette, and ABC has pulled her season just now. So we're going to get to that because that is breaking right now. Then we're going to talk about the NCAA March Madness tournament because there's some HBCUs making it do what it do there. Tina Knowles and this gumbo situation now. Y'all let me know in the live chat and to the replay gang, y'all let me know in the comments below if gumbo is more of a New Orleans thing or is it a Texas thing? Because I always thought it was from New Orleans, baby. I thought that was a thing from that city, but we'll get to that. Now, marriage is a beautiful thing. And by the way, shout out to the 23 people here. Thank you so much. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Glad to have all you here. Marriage is a beautiful thing, but some people really just like their family members a little too damn much. And listen, we know there are some cousins, female cousins that are thick with it. And we're just going to leave it where it's at. So wait till we get to that destination right there. Then, of course, y'all know I always show the Tubi original in every show. Well, Tubi and TikTok just launched a huge partnership. So if you are a TikTok creator, you need to be paying attention to that destination. Then Yotel, which is a combination of a hostel and a hotel. Well, they just got a huge glow up with Hilton Hotel. So let's get to it. So higher is waiting, low is available. Yes, because rather higher is way, low is available. But either way, we got the intro. Let me take down this iconic intro here. And thank you to the 25 people that were here. I saw y'all. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is, wait for it, me. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Glad to have all of you here. 7 people in the building. Thank you. Let's get to it. Nelly and Ashanti. I'm so excited for them. I really, really am. Yes, indeed. Here. Here it is here. Okay, come on. There we go. All right. There we go. Now we're cooking. So Nelly and Ashanti, We Belong Together, renewed for season 2 at Peacock. Yes, indeed. That is the NBC streaming platform there from Variety.com. Peacock has renewed Nelly and Ashanti, We Belong Together for a second season. Production will begin this month, and the new season is set to air later this year. We will definitely be on it, okay, making it do what it do. The news comes following the first season of the show's successful June 2025 debut, with the series becoming Peacock's second highest reaching unscripted original freshman series. Nelly and Ashanti, We Belong Together, starring the Tyler superstar music couple rather, gives audiences a behind-the-scenes look at the iconic duo's high-profile lives. The two, who married in 2023, are now the parents of a toddler, meaning they'll have to balance their careers and business ventures while with navigating their blended family. This season offers an intimate look at their next chapter as they navigate love, family, and global careers, reads the official log line. Nelly and Ashanti first met more than 2 decades ago when they were dating in 2003. While they quietly broke up and reunited in the time since, rather, as of 2026, the two have solidified themselves as a musical power couple. They welcomed their son KK in July of 2024. Okay, Reba. All right now. Listen. Reba will gladly take a black man out here. Look at the way she looked in that video there. Listen, the hot in here. I need to stop. Let me stop playing with y'all. The hot in here rapper first released his debut solo single in 2000. He has gone on to sing hits include Ride With Me, Dilemma, and Just a Dream. He has been nominated for 12 Grammy Awards and has won 3. Ashanti debuted as a solo artist with Foolish in 2002 and then went on to earn 8 Grammy nominations and 1 win over the course of her career. She also acted in the 2006 rom-com John Tucker Must Die. Both Nelly and Ashanti executive produced alongside Tina Douglas, Jay Irving, Rebecca Quinn, Jennifer O'Connell, Nick Alcoran, Steve Michaels, Simon Thomas, Ariel Brazil, OG Singlary, by the way, shout out to OG because he was a producer on the Braxtons on WeTV, and Abby Lee. This season is produced by Pantheon Media Group, which, for those of you who know about Pantheon Media Group, they have a deal with Tyler Perry and A&E Global Media and Velvet Hammer Media. So congratulations. I'm so excited. Yes, Indy, we had a good time reviewing the first season, and we are going to do it again. Season 2 will be coming out later this year, only on... Sorry, looking forward to that right there. All right, y'all. We gotta talk about Taylor Frankie. And hello, Dan. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Let's talk about The Bachelor, Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise. Let's talk about Bachelor Nation, because Bachelor Nation is losing their ass minds right now. So for those of you who don't know, The Bachelor was not going to air this year, right? They cut that out, but they were going to continue on Bachelorette. And if you guys remember when we broke the news about the behind the scenes of the executive producers and everything in between, it was a whole crime, a shame, and a scandal, darling, at ABC. But now with Taylor Frankie, my lord. And by the way, this is the first celebrity Bachelorette or Bachelor, right? Now y'all can say Jesse Palmer was a celebrity, but Jesse Palmer really wasn't known during his season. So let's go ahead. So shout out to RollingOut.com, celebrating 25 years on to the next 25. Cinnabon drops 2 hit shows amid shocking allegations, everybody. So Cinnabon severs its sweet deal with 2 hit reality shows over shocking allegations. A domestic violence investigation involving a prominent reality star is already reshaping brand partnerships, and there could be more fallout ahead. Yeah. So Cinnabon steps away from its reality TV deal. Cinnabon is distancing itself from 2 of television's busiest reality franchises. The beloved Cinnamon Roll brand announced Tuesday that it has severed its partnerships with The Bachelorette and The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, citing recent allegations of DV involving one of the show's most prominent stars, Taylor Frankie Paul, and her ex-boyfriend Dakota Morrison. The company spokesperson confirmed the decision to Entertainment Weekly, explained that recent developments surrounding the lead cast member led the brand to reassess the collaboration as it no longer aligned with its values. The termination affects both shows simultaneously. The reason why it affects both shows is because, hey, Linnell, still good to see you, my friend. And Danae, welcome in. Glad to have you here. The reason why this affects both shows is because The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is on a streaming platform called And Hulu is owned by Disney. And The Bachelorette is on ABC, which you can always see the next day's episodes on. So when you think about the magnitude of this, that your streaming platform and your linear broadcast network are both getting hit because of a star, it's really, really, really bad. A noble move given how deliberately Cinnabon has embedded itself into the cultural moment these franchises represent. The investigation behind the split, and believe me, we're going to be here for a while. I got everything you know on this, okay? And then, but we're starting here so we can understand where we're going. The investigation behind the split. There we go. There we go. According to a source familiar with the matter, the Draper City Police Department in Utah is actively investigating an alleged incident involving Paul and Morrison. In response, production on season 5 of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives has been placed on pause. Though the hiatus is expected to be brief, producers anticipate resuming filming with minimal disruption to the season's release timeline. The investigation marks a significant complication for two productions that were riding considerable momentum heading into their respective premiere windows. The Bachelorette season 22 starring Paul is still on track to debut on ABC. No longer happening now, but it was on track to debut on ABC. On March 22nd, so that would be 3 days away, Sunday. With Paul currently in New York City as a part of the promotional campaign ahead of a premiere event in Los Angeles. The investigation is not expected to affect the broadcast schedule or press tour for that show. Cinnabon's recent push into the Mormon Wives universe. The timing of the brand fallout is particularly striking given how recently Cinnabon had leaned into the partnerships. On March 9th, the company launched a new swirl soda product, openly marketed as inspired by the viral beverage trend made popular by the cast of Mormon Wives. The rollout included branded cup sleeves of matte packaging, tied both to Bachelorette and Mormon Wives, a calculated bet on the cultural cachet of both franchises. That momentum has now been abruptly reversed, underscoring how quickly a brand alignment can unravel when real-world events intervene. Let's see here like this. Okay. So here is the history with Taylor, Frankie, Paul's. So here's the history with Taylor, Frankie's. What am I trying to say? I know what I'm trying to say. This is the history of Taylor, Frankie, Paul with Morrison. That's what I was trying to say. This is not the first time Paul and Morrison have found themselves at the center of a serious legal dispute. During the first season of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, Paul was arrested on allegations that she struck, choked, and threw metal chairs at Morrison. And y'all say that black women are angry? Y'all say that black women are angry? And y'all say black women are angry? Let's keep going. Last time I checked, there was a whole movie called Inside Out where every emotion had a color. Let's roll on. With one of the chairs allegedly striking one of her children from a prior relationship. Paul ultimately pled guilty to one count of aggravated assault. Additional charges including DV in the presence of a child abuse, and oh my Lord, criminal mischief were dismissed. The legal fallout from that arrest resulted in significant production delays between the first and second episodes of Mormon Wives season 1, disrupting what was otherwise a breakout debut for the series. Paul has been a central figure in Mormon Wives since the show's launch in 2024, and her casting as the lead of Bachelorette season 22 was positioned as one of the most high-profile decisions in the franchise's recent history. So what does this mean for both franchises? Brand withdrawals of this nature rarely happen in a vacuum. Cinnabon's exit signals that corporate partners are watching closely as the situation develops. and may prompt other sponsors affiliated with either show to revisit their own commitments. For Mormon Wives, a series that built its identity in part around authentic, unfiltered portrayals of its cast, current scrutiny adds yet another complicated layer to an already unconventional narrative. For The Bachelorette, the calculus is different but no less delicate. The show has a premiere date, a press tour already in motion, and a network that has thus far given no indication that it plans to alter course. They did. Where that posture holds as the investigation unfolds remains an open question. What is clear is that the stakes for the shows, for their star, and for the brands that build them has risen considerably. Okay, so that's everything you need to know about Cinnabon and how it ties into the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and The Bachelorette. Now let's get to that video. From Variety.com, Bachelorette star Taylor Frankie Paul throws bar stools at ex-Nicole Morrison in leaked 2023 video, child near domestic incident. So as you can see here, update, Taylor Frankie Paul's season of The Bachelorette has been pulled by ABC days before its debut. Previously, Taylor Frankie Paul, one of the stars of the Hulu reality show, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and the star of the upcoming season of The Bachelorette, has responded to a leak of a video which shows her throwing stools at her ex, Nicole Morrison, while her child is close by in the room. At one point in the 2023 video, which has been released by TMZ on March 19th, Paul throws 3 metal bar stools at Morrison. Her daughter, Indy, who was 5 years old at the time, is near Morrison as the chairs are being thrown. So just a trigger warning to everybody. I am showing this to give context, conjecture to this destination.
Yeah, look at you. Look. Yeah, look. This is called physical abuse.
My God. This is just...
Yeah. See, Taylor, this is all you do. It's the only thing you know how to do is hurt me. Huh? And you think this is okay? It's not okay. Holy
I don't give a
Let me go.
Oh my
Stop.
God, child.
Dude, leave me alone.
And there is the stool. And that was that arrow.
Your daughter is right here.
What in the Caucasian, cosmocracy, and cause imagination is going on here?
You
did this!
You. Stop throwing stuff and help your daughter. Help your daughter. Stop screaming at me.
And I think that's a baby in the background.
Stop, Taylor. You're
my God.
done.
Well, that might be
Taylor.
the daughter.
That's it. That is it. No more. You're done. Stop. No, I did nothing. This is your own thing. You're doing this. Stop. No.
I just...
Yeah, I'm sorry, Indy. Taylor?
Get the out!
I'm done with you.
This is just...
Done.
I just...
Stop.
I just...
Your daughter just got hit in the head with a metal chair. No, you. Go and help your daughter now.
can do this.
Help
I'm
your
sorry,
daughter,
but that's your
dude.
fucking jar too, motherfucker. You go help.
Oh my gosh. If you throw another chair, are you okay? Taylor!
Get away from my daughter! Get away!
Get help
Get
her.
away!
Stop doing this.
You threw me. Get the
Dude, think of your kids. Gosh.
Me too. I'm with my daughter. Damn, here you are, my kids.
I don't care. I love your kids.
God.
Yeah, I do. I freaking love them to death.
I have to come here.
No, yeah, I don't care. Look what you're
Shut
doing
up.
to me. No, nobody deserves
Shut
it.
the up, Dakota.
You're not okay. You're drunk.
Go
God,
answer, Dakota.
I will. What?
I hope that wasn't the pizza person or whoever the hell from DoorDash or Uber Eats was. That had to be a situation to walk into.
Nothing.
She's hammered.
And so is he.
I'm sober.
But drugs have got me sober.
Taylor,
How
stop.
about we separate
Taylor,
now?
Okay,
you need
that
to
was
just
fully-
calm down.
You threw it at me.
Hey, Taylor, stop.
I don't know how y'all are feeling, but I can only imagine what that child must be feeling. Like, that's the only person I'm giving a fuck about. Fuck Taylor Frankie. Fuck, what's the guy's name? Derek, whatever the fuck his name is. Hang on, give me a moment. Oh, Dakota, okay. Fuck Taylor and Dakota, okay? No. Oh my God. So here we go. A spokesperson for Paul issued this response to the videos leak. It's sad to see the latest installment of his never-ending, desperate, attention-seeking, destructive campaign to harm Taylor without any regard for the consequences of their child. And get ready for oh my God, what's that dumb fuck's name that was married? Get ready for Ralph and Martell Holt and for every other abusive, delusional waste of life of a man that should have been swallowed by their fucking mother to take this and go on their social media platforms and blast that, you know, he had the right to feel the way that he felt and not give a fuck about the child. And Milagro Grams, you had that energy for DDG. I better hear your fucking bitch ass say something about this. Because Milagro Graham says, as long as he is a good father, put the baby mama and screw the child. That's what her bitch ass said. I don't want to hear shit. Moving on. Releasing an old video which conveniently omits context on their son's birthday is a reprehensible attempt to distract from his own behavior. Thankfully, the public has seen this act before and knows who he is, and sadly, many will recognize his power and manipulation, both in his actions on the show and from their own experiences. On March 16th, Paul's primary show, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, Paul's production as a result of a DV investigation between Paul Morrison by the Draper City Police Department in Utah. Paul is starring on the 22nd season, or season 22 of The Bachelorette, which is set to premiere on March 22nd. As we know, that is no longer happening. So this is from Deadline.com. Taylor Frankie Paul throws ABC into another Bachelor-shaped reality mess. Here we go. Bachelor Nation is no stranger to drama, but the last 12 months have not been kind to the long-running ABC franchise. A year on from allegations of a toxic workplace and the departure of the franchise's two top showrunners, Taylor Frankie Paul has dragged Disney. I was about to say ABC, but ABC is owned by Disney, so Disney and ABC back into a reality quagmire with domestic assault allegations, a horrific video of an aggressive incident where a child is present, and the ruination of the latest season of The Bachelorette, which is due to premiere on Sunday. Deadline understands that ABC is currently figuring out what to do with the season opener. It's unclear whether the entire season will be scrapped, but the controversy raises questions about the future of The Bachelor and its multiple spinoffs and the impact that would have on the network and Warner Horizon, which, by the way, Warner Horizon is owned by Warner Bros. Discovery, which just got bought by Paramount. So the web just gets expanded and expanded and expanded into a bigger web, and more people get entangled, to use a word from J.A. Pinkett Smith. Yes, indeed. Which produces the show. ABC declined to comment. Update: ABC has pulled the upcoming season of The Bachelorette with Frankie Paul. Let's keep reading here. This comes as The Bachelorette was meant to have a triumphant return this year after being parked last year with a big star as the leading lady for the first time. And usually what ends up happening is you go to abc.com/casting to be a part of The Bachelor or Bachelorette. And if you do well, then ABC will ask you to be Bachelor or Bachelorette. You'll get paid. If you are a contestant on a reality show, you usually do not get paid. Although, for Big Brother, I do believe you get paid $1,000 a week, depending on how long you stay in the house. Same thing with Survivor. So there are some shows that pay a per diem based on how long you are there. I believe for Survivor, you get like $10,000 for showing up to the reunion, but that's a little bit of the behind the scenes tea of reality TV. Let's keep going here. The incident is a cross-platform mess for Disney. News broke earlier this week that filming had paused for season 5 of Hulu's The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives due to a domestic assault investigation involving Frankie Paul and Dakota Morrison. Both are regularly featured on the reality show, and very often their tumultuous relationship is on full display, particularly in season 4, which is filmed in the fall. The video that surfaced Thursday shows Frankie Paul, which we all just saw the video, in 2023 reportedly trying to physically attack Morrison and throwing several metal bar stools at him while a child is present. An incident that eventually led to Frankie Paul to plead guilty to aggravated assault. She is serving 3 years probation in that case, set to end in August. In response to her plea, prosecutors dropped other charges, including DV in the presence of a child abuse, and criminal mischief. Frankie Paul and Morrison share a son who was born in 2024. The incident the year prior involved her child from a previous marriage. Draper City Police Department confirmed that there's an open domestic assault investigation involving the pair with allegations made in both directions. Frankie Paul is also alleged wrongdoing on Morrison's part in the 2023 case. Paul's spokesperson blamed Morrison for the video leak and statement to the press. It is sad to see the latest installment of his never-ending, desperate, attention-seeking, destructive campaign to harm Taylor without any regard for the consequences of their child. Releasing an old video which conveniently omits context on their son's birthday is a reprehensible attempt to distract from his own behavior. Thankfully, the public has seen this act before and knows who he is, and sadly, many will recognize the pattern of manipulation, both in his actions on the show and from their own experiences. Until this point, promotion for the new season of The Bachelorette had proceeded largely as normal, although Frankie did pull out of a previously scheduled appearance on NBC's The Tonight Show. During a press dinner Monday night, Frankie Paul was asked about the news, to which she said, honestly, just like it hurts my heart to see it, to go through it, especially at this time. The timing's just so hard, and it's a big deal. I feel like every premiere that I've experienced, I've never enjoyed fully, so this is another one. It's extremely hard, and it took everything to get me here today. That's what Taylor Frankie Paul said there at press dinner. This is not the first time that the Bachelor franchise has been mirrored in a scandal. In fact, it's far from it. In 2017, filming on Bachelor in Paradise, which for those of you who don't know about Bachelor in Paradise, basically it is alumni from the Bachelor Nation universe that they go on that show to potentially find love with other people who've been on The Bachelor and Bachelorette. And sometimes it's a rehab show for people to potentially become a bachelor or bachelorette, or to have, good credibility in Bachelor Nation. But during that filming of Bachelor in Paradise in 2017, the show was suspended due to misconduct allegations involving contestants Corinne Olympios and DeMarlo Jackson. A producer filed a complaint after an alleged sexual encounter occurred while both were intoxicated. Though filming resumed a week later after the investigation found that there was no incidents of misconduct rather. In 2018, production was confronted with news that season 14 contestant Lincoln Alden had once been arrested for indecent assault and battery. Few years later, former Bachelor Colton Underwood was accused of stalking and harassing his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Randolph. Shortly after his season concluded, Randolph filed a restraining order alleging Underwood placed a tracking device on her car, sent harassing messages from burner phones, and appeared at her home uninvited. The pair reached a private agreement, and the restraining order was dropped. So when it comes to that, he was recently on Traitors, and everybody got into that ass, including a black gay man that was not here for it. And so Danny's a very interesting individual. A lot of personality. But she came out and just allowed Colton to be reamed up the asshole with a stick and let him out to bleed, die, and not give a fuck if they could revive him socially, of course. So yeah, Colton Underwood definitely has a history. Then 2 years ago, the franchise found itself in hot water again when news surfaced of season 21 contestant Devin Strader was arrested for burglarizing an ex-girlfriend's Louisiana home. In 2017, that revelation came just 2 weeks after the season finale, which audiences learned that Strader was the last man standing, except a proposal from Jen Tran. Hey, Dr. Sherry, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Good to see you. Hopefully all is well with you, and thank you to each and every single one of you. I saw that we got to a new number, 3,401 subscribers, so shout out to each and every single one of you. Now, I will say this about our platform. This platform is for the culture, of the culture, by the culture, but we also are about being on purpose, and we will say what needs to be said. But while we're saying what needs to be said, we always give love, grace, and space. And I think the main reason why this platform will continue to grow, evolve, and always expand is because we recognize that the assignment is not only bigger than us, but there are assignments that need to be talked about. And so when you understand that when you allow distractions to dictate your connection to things, you end up backsliding and not climbing up to where you need to be. So thank you all so much of the Sherry Show. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. We're in the middle of a bonus tour right now. We just got done talking about Ashanti and Nelly. We Belong Together just got renewed for season 2. And right now we're in the middle of Taylor Frankie. She was supposed to be the Bachelorette on ABC, which was supposed to premiere this Sunday, but child, we're getting into the allegations of what's been happening in Bachelor Nation for years, and her season just got pulled. Taylor Frankie's season just got pulled. So welcome in. Glad to have you here. 2 years ago, the franchise found itself in hot water again when news surfaced. Hey, I said what I said. Good to see you, by the way. Shout out to I Said What I Said and Dr. Sherry Show. They're both great content creators, great women, great individuals there. Like, comment, share, subscribe to both of those channels there. 2 years ago, 2 years ago, the franchise found itself in hot water again when news surfaced that season 21 contestant Devin Strader was arrested for burglarizing an ex-girlfriend's Louisiana home in 2017. That revelation came just 2 weeks after the season finale, during which audiences learned that Strader was the last man standing, accepting a proposal from Jen Tran, but then broke up with her shortly after. And I want to bring this up too. You all remember Matt James, right? He was the first Black Bachelor. And I also want to give credit to Unreal, which was a drama on Lifetime, and then it moved to Hulu. That was basically a mockumentary of the behind the scenes of The Bachelor. It was a show called Everlasting, and Quinn and Rachel and everybody in between. It's such a good fucking show. I wish they would bring that back, because my God, the content that's going on. But I wanted to bring that up because when Chris Harrison was on the show, there was a woman named Rachel Kirkconnell, and she went to an antebellum party. You know what antebellum is? You know. Also, too, to reference Janelle Monáe's movie, antebellum party is basically a Southern plantation party where us blacks are basically servants. And we all know what happened back then. You were either on the run for your life, you were in the cotton field, or you were a house Negro being utilized for pleasure, or being utilized for breast milk, or a multitude of other things, or you were strange fruit. Know your history. So during that time, Rachel Lindsay, who was the first Black Bachelorette, was interviewing Chris Harrison, and Rachel Lindsay was interviewing Chris Harrison, and Chris Harrison, said, was it a good look in 2016, or is it a good look ever? And who is anybody to say what she should and should not be doing? And because of that, ABC suspended Chris Harrison. And I'm going to show y'all a video of Chris Harrison and Michael Strahan. And I want you to watch what Michael Strahan said, because my Lord Jesus.
Michael's exclusive interview with Bachelor host Chris Harrison. That's Harrison's first interview since stepping away from his signature franchise, Michael.
Yes, George. And in the wake of the racism controversy that plagued the first season of the show featuring a Black Bachelor, I sat down with the longtime host to find out what was behind his contentious remarks.
It was a mistake. I made a mistake.
This morning, embattled Bachelor host Chris Harrison sitting down with GMA exclusively in his first interview since stepping aside from the franchise.
Tonight,
I want to explain something about when they say that a person sat down with GMA exclusively, or the Today Show exclusively, or CBS Mornings exclusively. Let's just say that Brain Lee's virtual tour was on, for example, I don't know, let's go with this right here. So let's just say that Brain Lee's virtual tour live was on and let's just say that I said something on the show, right? The reason why I'm going to give an exclusive interview to the Today Show is because Peacock is owned by NBC Universal, and the Today Show is NBC's morning show. Okay, so I just want to give some context, conjecture, and connection. So when Michael Strahan said that Chris Harrison is exclusively interviewing interviewing on Good Morning America. ABC's morning show is
Hey, Good Morning America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money. Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time.
That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America.
I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, where?
Ginger.
so that's why Chris Harrison was on Good Morning America, because The Bachelor is on ABC. So Good Morning America is a social platform for ABC and Disney. Rolling on.
The journey begins again.
After facing backlash for defending frontrunner Rachel Kirkconnell, whose past racist social media posts show her liking a photo containing a Confederate flag and attending an Old South plantation themed party in 2018, she has since apologized for those actions.
Thank you for holding me accountable. I'm so sorry.
Harrison made this case to Rachel Lindsay, the show's first black bachelorette.
It's not a good look.
No, it's not a good. Well, Rachel, is it a good look in 2018 or is it not a good look in 2021?
It's
Because
not a
there's a
good
big
look
difference.
ever,
That's
because
what it's
she's celebrating
Well-
the Old South. If I went to that party, what would I represent at that party?
I think the biggest surprise for a lot of people is that this season was supposed to be a turning point for the show. We had the first black bachelor in the franchise's history after 2 decades of being on the air. It was a move that had already been criticized as too little, too late by quite a few people, but now it's being overshadowed by this controversy over racism, but not just by a contestant on the show, but also by its own host. And you are the face of the show. So a lot of people, and I'm wondering, why would you defend Rachel Kirkconnell?
I am an imperfect man. I made a mistake, and I own that. I believe that mistake doesn't reflect who I am or what I stand for. I am committed to the progress, not just for myself, also for the franchise.
My guess, these girls got dressed up and went to a party and had a great time. They were 18 years old. Now, does that make it okay? I don't know, Rachel. You tell me.
You said, quote, is it not a good look in 2018 or is it not a good look in 2021? Because there's a big difference. So what is to you, what is the difference? Or is there one?
There is not. Antebellum parties are not okay. Past, present, future. Knowing what that represents is unacceptable.
In that interview with Lindsay, Harrison also using a term he now says is unacceptable.
I am not the woke police. There's plenty of people who will do that for us in this world right now.
Lindsay later discussing that controversial interview on her podcast.
During that conversation, he talked over me and at me. During that conversation, his privilege was on display. He never gave me room to talk, and he never gave me room to share my perspective. He wasn't trying to hear it. He was just trying to be heard.
I am saddened and shocked at how insensitive I was in that interview with Rachel Lindsay. And I didn't speak from my heart. And that is to say, I stand against all forms of racism. And I am deeply sorry. I'm sorry to Rachel Lindsay. And I'm sorry to the Black community.
Since your conversation with Rachel Lindsay, she's been a target online of intense harassment and bullying, so much so that she's had to deactivate her Instagram account. Have you had a chance to talk to her? And if so, what was that conversation?
I talked to Rachel, not since she deactivated her Instagram account, but I talked to Rachel initially and I apologized. And I want to do so again. I am incredibly sorry. To anyone who is throwing hate towards Rachel Lindsay, please stop. It is unacceptable.
Do you think the reaction that you received has been fair?
I am not a victim here. I made a mistake, and I own that. Racism, oppression, these are big dynamic problems, and they take serious work, and I am committed to that work.
Harrison says he's been working closely with a, quote, race educator and strategist, along with faith leaders and scholars like Dr. Michael Eric Dyson.
But Dr. Dyson often talks to me about counsel, not cancel. And that is full accountability, understanding what you didn't understand, owning that, learning from that, seeking counsel often in the community that you hurt, learning from them, listening, gaining experience, knowledge, and moving forward.
So you are the right person to lead this franchise into the future, you feel?
I plan to be back, and I want to be back. This interview is not the finish line. There is much more work to be done, and I am excited to be a part of that change.
A lot more work to be done, Chris. I cannot agree with you more on that. And you guys know his apology is his apology, but it felt like I got nothing more than a surface response on any of this. And obviously, he's the man who wants to clearly stay on the show, but only time will tell if there is any meaning behind his words.
Child, listen, when Michael Strahan said those words, ABC knew what to do and gave him the boot. So basically, what Chris Harrison said was it a good look in 2018 or 2021 to have an antebellum party and for her to go to it, and who's to say that what she should or should not be doing? And basically just disrespected Rachel Lindsay, who was the first Black bachelorette. And it was basically I'm not going to use our culture. I'm about to say that was a quilt of, elevating racism, but quilts are if you know the history of the quilt. Just like with cornrows and braids, they were maps to find freedom. Same thing with quilts. Know your history. But basically, that was a heating blanket to promote racism. And now Chris Harrison is going to have a dating show on Fox Nation about traditional marriage. Now, of course, we all know Fox Nation is known for whiteness and bringing in people who have done wrong, and this, that, and the third. So will there be some Candace Owens people over there? Will there be some Officer Tatum people on that show? Probably, but for myself, you, and for everybody else, there will not be any Black people or minorities on that show. So I wanted to bring that up because that was also a part of the Bachelor Nation energy that has led to what has happened with Taylor Frankie Paul. So let's get back to our Deadline article here. ABC and Warner Horizon do conduct extensive background checks during the casting process. In fact, the network and studio have both beefed up their vetting process in recent years in response to some of these incidents. There have still been many instances where contestants pass flies under the radar, but that is clearly not the case here, since the allegations against Frankie Paul have been well documented and have ever been a point of discussion of the previous seasons of Mormon Wives. Casting is usually a conversation between the network and studio, although in this case, Frankie Paul is a distinct talent, so those talks would have been different than in previous years. Deadline understands that Frankie Paul has filmed season 22 of The Bachelorette toward the end of last year. And now here we are with this. ABC pulls The Bachelorette after Taylor Frankie Paul drama. Disney has canceled this season of ABC's The Bachelorette in light of the new release video just surfaced today. We have made a decision not to move forward with the new season of The Bachelorette at this time, and our focus is on supporting the family. Disney noted in a statement. Now, I'm going to come on the big screen for a minute and just give you a breakdown of what the fuck is happening in Los Angeles and New York. ABC News is in New York. The Walt Disney Studios is in California. What is happening right now is, okay, first of all, the staff and crew. Because even though it was filmed last year, because it's not airing, what happens to the staff and crew? Do they get paid for the work that they've done? That's one. Number two, we talked about Cinnabon in the beginning. So whenever a franchise like The Bachelor, Bachelorette, or Bachelor in Paradise is airing, you know, for example, the Super Bowl, those 30-second, 60-second spots, they cost like $5 million. The ad inventory have already been bought. You see where I'm going here? So because those ads are not going to air, those companies have lost their own money. You see, money. But also too, that means the press tour is shit. All that promotion is a waste now. And, you know, Hulu, which is being folded into Disney Plus, which is still a dumbass decision because you're ruining the Disney bundle. Disney Plus is trying to be this. Which it is not. The Disney bundle is supposed to be Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN. Disney Plus is known for Disney, Pixar, Star Wars, National Geographic, and Marvel. It's known for families and kids. Hulu is their adult content platform. And I'm sorry, I'm just going to be real about it. If Disney came to me and said, hey, Braylon, we really love Braylon's virtual tour. We really do. We think that you could really shake the tables and break through streaming. So we want to bring Braylon's virtual tour on Disney Plus. I'd be like, excuse me, you want me to be next to Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? Are you sure about that? Have you seen my show? That's not going to go. But if I'm on Hulu, cool, because it's adult content. And not to mention, too, Hulu has 100 million downloads on the Google Play Store. Now, y'all know this free advertising streaming television, you know, wave that's going on with Tubi and Pluto TV and Xumo TV, which is a partnership with Charter Communications and NBC Universal. By the way, WBTV is not going to happen. I just saw a report on that from Cord Cutters News, right? ABC and Disney, the smart company that they are, said no one ever, got rid of their ABC app. That they were starting to do free advertising streaming television channels within the app. So now, because Disney and ABC has fucked themselves up the asshole with no lube and then take time to think things through, they don't have the ABC app to be able to put more content on there. They're folding Hulu into Disney Plus, trying to make it Netflix, which it's not. And now they're canceling out future content creators from working with Hulu, because who in the fuck is going to have their adult content onto Disney Plus? The audiences don't mix well. But once again, this is the same company that moved the #1 morning show in America, Good Morning America, from Times Square into the basement of a glorified building named after oneself, the Robert A. Iger Building. Okay? All right? Moving on. I know my sister is like, would you please quit saying Disney is not a smart company? Would you please quit saying that? I know my sister's like that right now. Just like, oh God, right? Like, I know you got your point of view, but do you really have to go there? Sis, I'm trying. I want Disney to win, but they're making dumbass decisions that I gotta say the quiet part out loud. And listen, I have a friend named Michelle, and she said, as much as you want to work with these companies, you talk about, I'm like, no. These media companies make decisions that get to us publicly. I'm talking about them from publicly available information. So by the time I get into the industry, ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, the CW, Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, okay, Paramount Plus, any platform cannot rag on me, drag me, and tag me for what I did on YouTube before I got in the door. Hello. Entertainment journalism has been around for a long time. Do you know Access Hollywood, which is no longer around, sadly, and I did a whole live about how NBC Universal fucked themselves up the asshole with no lube, and they're going to be bleeding and suffering because they don't have a commercial vehicle to promote NBC Universal, the movies from Universal Pictures, the TV shows from NBC, and the TV shows from Bravo. Yeah, Housewives Nightcap, that came from Access Hollywood. That's no longer around. But with that being said, Access Hollywood, Extra, Entertainment Tonight, you know how many stories they've done on all of the networks and streamers? So you now mean to tell me that when Braylon Lee gets into the industry, oh no, we can't work with Braylon because he called Disney a dumbass company. I'm sorry. You give Access Hollywood, Entertainment Tonight, and Extra the juice when they talk about you as a company. But God forbid somebody takes publicly available information and says what needs to be said because y'all want to keep the image, but y'all don't want to be about the soul of being about the business of making sure that your consumers and your viewers and your viewers, so viewers and consumers, y'all, that's the middle. So there's consumers that they consume anything and everything of the show. Viewers, they just view the show and that's it. But the viewers, which is viewers and consumers, they consume anything and everything based on what they're viewing. That's the spectrum, right? So it is what it is. And compare me to some other people, I at least back up everything I say with facts. Okay, listen, let's keep going here. And we're almost done with the Bachelorette, everybody. Here we go. It comes after star Taylor Frankie Paul has been engulfed in a domestic assault investigation, which has thrown ABC into disarray this week ahead of Sunday's season 22 premiere. So far, ABC hasn't said whether season 22 of The Bachelorette will ever see the light of day. Deadline understands that Disney even yanked the first episode of its press screening sites around mid-Thursday as internal discussion was made to pause the season's rollout. So I know what you guys are thinking. Bray, what's a press screening site? I'm so glad you asked. So let's just say, right, that there was a show on NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox, and CW, right? You, as a person in the press, can get a link to watch like maybe the first 3 episodes of the series, right? For free. Now, there are some where you got to have media credentials, and then there are others that if you know how to pay attention, like I always say, if you understand the moves that are happening around you, you understand what you're seeing in front of you, you can watch some stuff for free. Okay? All right? So when you watch the Sherry Shepherd show, when you watch Jennifer Hudson, when you watch Tamron Hall, when you watch Good Morning America, Today, CBS Mornings, and they say, you know what? I loved the first episode. You know, this show seems to have an energy I really loved, and I don't want to give it away. They get screeners so that way they can use that as a promotional tool for you to watch it. So that's what a press screening site is. See, this is why I say a lot happens early over here, because I'm sorry, there is nobody on YouTube that throws down with media the way I do it. Find them, bring them to me, and I will fillet them slaughter them and decapitate them to the point where they won't have a brain that will function to talk about media ever again. Because this is what the fuck I do. Let's get. Deadline understands that Disney even yanked the first episode of its press screening site around midday Thursday, as the internal decision was made to pause the season's rollout. This follows a bad 12 months for the Bachelor franchise after it parted the Bachelorette last season and fired the franchise's two top showrunners for their part in a toxic workplace. This was meant to be a triumphant return for the female-led version of the Star Wars series, this time featuring a famous face from another popular Disney reality franchise, Hulu, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. News broke earlier this week that filming had paused on season 5 of the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives due to a domestic assault investigation involving Paul and Dakota Morrison. Both are regularly featured on the reality show, and very often their tumultuous relationship is on full display, particularly season 4, which filmed in the fall. A video that surfaced Thursday shows Paul in 2023 repeatedly trying to physically attack Morrison and throwing several metal bar stools at him while a child is present. An incident that eventually led Paul to plead guilty to aggravated assault. Draper City Police Department confirmed that there's an open domestic assault investigation involving the pair with allegations made in both directions. Paul also alleged wrongdoing on Morrison's part in the 2023 case. During a press dinner Monday night, Paul was asked about the news, to which he said, honestly, just like my heart hurts to see it, to go through it, especially at this time. Just the timing is hard and it's a big deal. I feel like every premiere that I've experienced, I never enjoyed fully, rather. So this is another one that's extremely hard and took everything to get me here today. This is not the first time that the Bachelor franchise has been mirrored in scandal. In fact, it's far from it. That said, none of the previous scandals has resulted in an entire season of the show being scrapped just days before its premiere date. Now, there's a brother named Rob Schuster. If you don't know him, he is very well known. I got 2 articles. Now, everything's alleged, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. Let's get to it. Exclusive. ABC in emergency talks to pull the Bachelorette after the Taylor Paul Frankie scandal. Hello. Crisis mode at ABC. Sources tell Nye, but Nye's executives are holding emergency meetings about the future of the Bachelorette following abuse allegations involving lead Taylor Frankie Paul. The panic escalated after Cinema abruptly pulled its promotional partnership with both the Bachelorette and Hulu's The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. This has turned into a full-blown crisis. One Network insider says there are serious discussions happening around whether the show can move forward as. And here, Cinnabon confirmed the decision, citing recent developments and allegations that no longer align with its brand values. Behind the scenes, insiders say the fall is accelerating fast. When sponsors start running, networks panic. One source explains that's what's exactly happening here. Production on The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives was already paused, with cast members now hesitant to continue filming. Attention has now shifted to The Bachelorette, which for the moment remains on track, no longer on track now. Everything is being reevaluated, the insider says. Nothing feels locked in anymore. The stakes couldn't be higher. Season 22 was set to premiere on Sunday, March 22nd, 2026 at 8/7 Central only on ABC, marking a move to Sunday nights with episode streaming the next day on. Don't you just love our damn show? Yes, indeed. At the center of the storm are allegations involving Taylor Frankie Paul and Dakota Morrison, including claims of volatile incidents and physical altercations. TMZ first reported that both have been ordered to undergo psychological evaluations following allegations of domestic violence or DV. Sources close to Taylor claim Morrison contacted Utah's Department of Children and Family Services, accusing her of abusing their young son. Allegations she denies. Her camp says tensions escalated 3 weeks ago during a car argument where they claim Morrison became physical. The situation has left ABC facing an increasingly difficult situation. This isn't just bad press, a source adds. It's a potential brand disaster. For now, no official call has been made. It has been made now. ABC has pulled the whole season. But insiders say pressure is building rapidly. They are in full crisis mode, one insider says, and the clock is ticking. Cheers, Rob Schuster. And remember, if you're going to be nice, you got to be nice. And one more, and then we're rolling on. Exclusive: ABC bosses forced to cancel The Bachelorette. Internal pressure explodes. Heads will roll as news division and advertisers step in. Hello, hello, hello. The sudden cancellation of The Bachelorette starring Taylor Frankie Paul wasn't just about shocking new abuse allegations. Insiders say it was the result of intense internal pressure that finally boiled over. Sources tell Naughty But Nice the decision at ABC came after dramatic behind-the-scenes clash with the network's news division stepping in and drawing a line. This went way beyond entertainment. One insider says the news side guy involved in that has changed everything. Well, of course it is. Like, ABC News reports on the news. So, of course, them reporting on this is going to elevate to a level where it's like, okay, so are y'all going to hold her accountable, or are we just going to report on this? It's going to air, and there's no collusion at ABC, so you had to put your foot down in some shape, form, or fashion. Let's continue. Sources, according to sources, executives at Good Morning America, World News Tonight, and even The View. Yes, The View is a part of the ABC News division. Yes, it is. Raised serious concerns about the impact on ABC's credibility. They felt this was damaging to the legacy of the network. This source explains ABC is not supposed to look like this. At the same time, the financial pressure became impossible to ignore. Remember that advertising revenue that I told you about and everything in between? Yeah. More advertisers were threatening to pull out. The inside reveals that's when panic really set in. What had once been seen as a potential ratings juggernaut quickly turned into a liability. This wasn't about numbers anymore, the source adds. It became about reputation and money. Insiders say the final decision came fast and with consequences. Heads are going to roll, one source says bluntly. There's a lot of blame being thrown around behind closed doors. The fall is just beginning. This exposed a massive divide inside ABC, the insider says, and now leadership has to answer for it. For a network built on trust and mainstream appeal, insiders say the damage may linger. They got too close to the edge, the source says, and this time it blew up. Cheers, Rob Schuster. Important. If you're going to be nice, you got to be nice. So my opinion on this destination is, child, this is far from over. And I feel like ABC is eventually going to have to be like, okay, listen, how much cultural insurance do we have that we can utilize the policy and somehow get out of this wreck that has been happening for years? And they may pull the plug, but also too, that's also pulling out a lot of jobs, right? And then you think about the podcasts and spinoff shows like The Bachelor Mansion Makeover, on HGTV. So we'll see if ABC keeps the show or not, but child, it's far from over. Let's continue now with some NCAA energy. Here we go, everybody. So from Black Enterprise Magazine, blackenterprise.com. Prairie View A&M and Howard University make history by winning first NCAA tournament games. Both schools advanced to the first round of games, with Prairie View A&M playing number 1 Florida, while Howard faces number 1 Michigan. All right, exactly a year after recording only 5 wins in the regular season, Prairie View's A&M successful one-season turnaround, which led to the team taking home the Southwestern Atlantic Conference tournament title, has resulted in the team winning its very first NCAA tournament game in school history, joining Howard University in doing so the previous night. The school won its game in the play-in First Four tournament on March 18th, defeating the Lay Mountain Hawks 67-55 after Howard University won its first four contests against the University of Maryland, Baltimore County 86-83. Howard's very first NCAA tournament victory as well on March 17th. HBCUs are currently undefeated. Come through. Let the really amazing stuff. The Panthers face their toughest test in their match against the number 1 seed, the University of Florida, on March 20th at the Benchmark International Arena. So that is tomorrow. The trio of Dante Thorne, Corey Wells, and Lance Williams held the team down by scoring combined 54 out of the team's 67 points. Horn produced a game-high 25 points while adding 7 rebounds and 4 steals. Wells contributed with a double-double, rather. I was about to say triple-double, but wait a minute, y'all. This happened. Okay, there we go. Double-double when he scored 19 points and pulled down 11 rebounds. Williams, who had 10 points, also recorded 2 steals and blocked 2 shots. According to ESPN, Prairie View A&M became the 3rd team to win an NCAA tournament game after a season in which it won 5 or fewer games. Since the tournament expanded to 64 teams in 1985, Iowa State and Farley Dickinson were the 2 other schools. Meanwhile, Howard University matches all-time high in games with its win over UMBC. They are now 24-10, matching their highest win since finishing 24-14 for the 1986-87 season. They will face the number 1 seed Michigan on March 19th. That is tonight. Senior Ose Ochi, sorry about that, brother, scored a career-high 23 points to lead the team in scoring. Byers Harris, the MEAC Player of the Year and tournament MVP, recorded a double-double with 19 points and 14 rebounds. Taylor II, a first-team All-MEAC selection, contributed with 15 points and 6 rebounds. Both teams will be seeking their second win to advance into the next round of the NCAA tournament. Congratulations. Hey, Fullerton, good to see you, good sir. Glad to have you in here. Yes, indeed. Listen, we are in the middle of it right now. We just got done talking about the bachelorette and everything in between. So, yes, indeed. And then before that, we talked about Nelly and Ashanti making it do what it do with season 2 coming to Peacock. Dion Prez, Beyonce's mom, is cute. It's cute as fuck. Now listen, now Mama Tina, listen, she can get it. You know what I mean? And you came in right on time because that is our next destination. So shout out to you, Dion Prez. Listen, you never know what's going to happen when we're live on tour. And Florida, I might be a little bit late to our hangout here, but like I said to y'all, this is a bonus show. I normally don't go live on Thursdays unless there's something to talk about. But with that being said, let's get to Mama Tina here. Here we go. Check Rollingout.com celebrating 25 years on to the next 25 years indeed. Beyonce's mom's gumbo faces a brief but spicy shutdown. A beloved family recipe hits a regulatory snag at the Houston rodeo, but Mama Tina's kitchen is back and better than ever. Let's get into it. Tina Knowles kicked off the week with a heap inside a Southern turbulence. Her Houston rodeo food booth, Mama Tina's Gumbo, was temporarily shuttered by health officials on Monday, though the closure proved to be short-lived as it was surprising, especially given her close ties to Beyonce. Especially given close ties, she's the mother! You can't get closer than that, child. Listen. The Houston Health Department moved in on March 16th, issuing a temporary closure of the Gumbo booth at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, following what officials describe as a complaint investigation. The specifics behind the official complaint were not disclosed, but the booth was back up and serving. It's an initial complaint, yes, indeed. But the booth was back up and serving within 24 hours after passing a follow-up inspection. The health department confirmed the sequence of events in a statement. The vendor fully cooperated with the department's recommendations and was formally authorized to reopen on Tuesday, March 17, 2026. Mama Tina's Gumbo makes a quick comeback. For Knowles, a Houston native and the mother of one of the most globally celebrated entertainers alive, the brief disruption was a little more than the bump in the bayou. Her booth at the annual rodeo, one of the largest livestock and rodeo events in the world, draws from a recipe that is said to have been passed down and refined over decades within the Knowles family kitchen. The gumbo, by all accounts, is no ordinary staying food. It carries the history and home cooked credibility that comes with years of family perfection, and reportedly, it has the approval of Beyonce herself. For fans who showed up to hoping to sample a bowl, Monday's closure was a brief but frustrating detour. Now, I may be wrong about this. To the live chat, let me know. To the replay gang, leave your comments below, but let me know. I thought that gumbo was from New Orleans, not Texas, right? I know Texas is known for more barbecue than gumbo, but y'all let me know. Okay, y'all let me know. I do believe gumbo is more of a Southern delicacy, so I'm not saying that gumbo is made in Texas, but just from what I know, it's from New Orleans. Okay, so let's keep going. A family recipe with deep roots. Gumbo, the rich, slow-cooked stew that is emblematic of Southern Louisiana cooking, as jazz is to New Orleans, Louisiana. Let baton roulette, let the good times roll, baby. Holds deep cultural significance for many Black families in the Gulf South. For the Knowles family, the dish is more than a menu item. It is a living tradition, a piece of culinary heritage carried into public spaces with obvious pride. The decision to set up shop at the Houston Rodeo, an event that draws over 2 million visitors each season and remains a cornerstone of Texas culture, speaks to that pride. Mama Tina's Gumbo is not just a commercial venture, it's an extension of identity and memory served one bowl at a time. Now, usually, whenever you are at a state fair or a rodeo, now, there are some places, well, I'll say it depends on how big the fairgrounds are, right? So the bigger the fairgrounds, the more you can do. So there are indoor venues where you can get food, and then there are outdoor venues, right? So I'm assuming because the rodeo is outside and it's not an enclosed tent, because you want the tent to bring in customers with the smell of the gumbo and everything else. I'm sure probably what it was, hey, it needs to be enclosed, you know what I mean? So that way, wind and dust and bugs won't, get into the tent and everything. I'm sure that's probably what it was. Health inspections are a normal part of the process. Temporary closures at food festivals and large-scale public events are not uncommon. Health departments routinely monitor vendors at high-traffic gatherings, and complaint-rid inspections are a standard part of maintaining food safety standards. The swift resolution in this case, full cooperation, a past inspection, and a reopening within a day reflects a process that worked exactly as intended. Now, we're not going to sit here in front that Beyonce privilege is different than regular schmegular black privilege, okay? Because if it had been anybody else, it would not have been reopened within a day. Let's stop that shit right now. Okay, I love me some Beyonce and Mama Tina. And Matthew knows you did what you did, but fuck you for degrading, dragging, trying to minimize what Tina Knowles did. Okay? Just want to keep that, because you said in the interview, what did Tina Knowles contribute? Child. Beyonce talking about how she cleaned at her mother's beauty salon. Bruh. You're looking like a dumbass idiot. Moving on. No illnesses were reported in connection with the booth, and there is no indication that the underlying complaint pointed to anything systematic. Vendors operating under the scrutiny of large event health departments are often subjected to stricter on-site standards than traditional brick-and-mortar restaurants. Not to say that traditional brick-and-mortar restaurants don't meet standards, because if you know about the Turkey Hut, making temporary holds not entirely uncommon during busy rodeo weeks, rather. Beyonce's stamp of approval. Many visitors, the biggest draw at Mama Tina's Gumbo is not just food; it carries. It is the story behind it. The knowledge that the recipe carries the seal of proof of one of the most discerning and detail-oriented artists in the world adds a layer of mystique that no market campaign can manufacture. If Beyonce has been eating this gumbo her whole entire life, the thinking goes it must be worth the wait. And Monday's minor setback appears to have done nothing to dim that enthusiasm. By Tuesday, the line was back, the gumbo was hot, and Mama Tina was back in the saddle. So there it is there. Shout out to Mama Tina. Listen, anybody trying to do something good in the neighborhood, they're trying to get to the bag, they're trying to do anything that's not adding destruction to the world, I'm always going to root for. Shout out to Mama Tina. Now, something that I just don't get, and listen to anybody that's got a thick cousin, okay? That's a woman, or you got a cousin that, you know, he's a male and he's fine, everything between. Child, listen, there's just some things you cannot do, and we're about to get into that right fucking damn now. Let's get to it. Black Enterprise Magazine, blackenterprise.com. Here we go. Oh, my God. See it, right? Y'all see it, right? Y'all see it, right? Mama was trending for 2 days, right? And this is why I said in the thumbnail, I said, y'all don't at me, but I think this is the most that Mama Tina has been talked about in a long time. Like, don't at me. I don't hate Beyonce. I don't hate Mama Tina. I was just saying the quiet part out loud that I think that this is the most that she's been talked about in a while. Okay, that don't mean she don't ever get talked about, but just keep it a buck. But y'all see that right there, okay? Gross. I cannot believe in the world we live in, this is a fucking thing, child. First cousin marriage ban fails, leaving door open for practice to continue. Believe it or not, 16 states have no restrictions, child. Y'all listen. I always say, y'all, I don't know what destinations are going to form, but damn it, I'm going to be your tour guide to get you from A to Z, child. And this is more the, you know, XYZ portion of the tour. Okay, listen. Let's get into it, child. Here we go. Oh, my Lord. For Florida, first cousins who consider living in holy matrimony there is still a chance after a bill banning the practice from being failed to pass in the state Senate. WFLA reports. Now, I ain't trying to say nothing, but who in the Florida State Senate is married to their first cousin? Listen. Or do you have family members that are married to their first cousin? Okay, listen. Why did this not pass? Let's keep going. All right, so here we go, y'all. HB 733 will prohibit incestuous marriage from being recognized. I know. It's the fact you have to have a law to not marry cousins. I know. HB 733 will prohibit incestuous marriage from being recognized for any purpose in Florida, but has failed to pass by lawmakers, making it one of 16 states where marrying first cousins is still legal. Legislation lays out what constitutes collateral consigliatory, I guess, meaning a man would not be able to marry any woman who is labeled his sister, aunt, or niece. Same goes for a woman who cannot marry a man she is related to, listed as her brother, uncle, or nephew, listed under the same definition. Now, 47, we know you got a residence in Florida, okay, at Mar-a-Lago. Now listen, before anybody gets on to me for what I'm about to say, I don't want to hear it because this motherfucker has said it many times about Ivanka. Listen, look. If Ivanka was not my daughter, I would be dating her. Okay, so I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Y'all like, Braylon, you what are you on? You know, it's called accountability, integrity, and responsibility. Some of y'all should try it sometime. Moving on. You can't make this shit up. Oh my God. Okay. While a majority of the United States has incestuous marriages banned, the Sunshine State is keeping the practice alive. However, some lawmakers hope the bill will circle the block in 2027 and pass for once and for all. Well, listen, until it circles around the block in 2027, there's some aunties and uncles and some nieces and some nephews and here, there, and everybody is circling the block from the back right now. Okay, listen, they're having some block parties right now. There's some hot dogs and some pound cakes being eaten right now. Okay, listen, now before y'all get on to me. Y'all saw the thumbnail. You know my voice. And damn it, you know why you're here. Okay, don't at me. All right, you listen. You saw the road map of the destination we were going to before you clicked on this thing. Okay, listen. My God. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. I think we need to do the right thing here for Floridians here. I think there we go. Okay, we are good. Child technology. I think we need to do the right thing here, right, for Floridians. I think it should come back whether as a standalone bill or whether it's tagged into some other bill. Not really sure we'll see State Republican Representative Dean Black told Action News Jax, that's Jacksonville, Florida, by the way. Black was surprised that the bill failed to pass the Senate after he didn't receive any pushback when he introduced the measure in a broader department health bill. But that wasn't the case. There was a time when I think first cousin marriages were allowed because population densities were not great. I cannot. Wait a minute, not a Walking Dead situation. Like, listen, we gotta repopulate the earth. And listen, I know this ain't the right thing to do, but this is what a politician said. This is crazy work. And it was hard to find a mate back when Florida was a wilderness, a politician said. Oh my God. During the days of the Civil War, hundreds of years ago, cousin marriage was common, even being legal in 34 states, but that's not the case these days. There are plenty of people here, and there are plenty of people you can find to be your lifelong partner without looking to your first cousin. Black continued. Nine other states mostly ban the practice but have exceptions in place, such as one partner being infertile with both partners being above a certain age, or if the cousins are of the same sex. But Florida, California, New York, Massachusetts, and Georgia are among the 16 states with no restrictions. Child, I wouldn't be surprised if Arkansas was a part of that, child. Oh God, and of course, Alabama. That's why I said the thumbnail. What in the Huntsville, Alabama going on around here? I'll leave things in New York and California to do them. They have their own way of looking at things, but I think we need to do the right thing by Floridians here. Black said. Lawmaker explained one of the reasons the bill fell was disagreements over legislative elements that created an impasse. The bill died as the session's clock expired. Black said cousin lovers may want to prep their proposals now, as he hopes the bill will make its way to a session again. So yes, I think it should come back as a standalone bill, or whether it's tagged onto some other bill. Not really sure, he said. We'll have to see. And related content: marriage between a 24-year-old black woman and an 85-year-old white man goes viral as they want to have a baby. You cannot make this shit up. Y'all, listen. No. And no. So listen, if you live in one of those 16 states and you have a thick cousin or you got a male cousin that's looking good and you present the shit to him, you're fucked up. Okay? I just want you to know that you just... I'm laughing to keep from crying because it's like, why in the fuck? Why in the motherfucking shit is this a thing? I don't get it. Like, there are people who have ran into Steve Harvey Moore show. Dear Stephen Shirley, I had a great time with my partner, but later I found out they were my cousin. But I kept going with it. Why share that on a national syndicated radio show? People have went on Dr. Phil with this shit. Y'all, that's it for me. Let's roll on to Tubi, okay? Oh my God. Let's just roll on to Tubi. I can't do it. Just Tubi. That's our next destination, everybody. Okay. All right. So here it is from Deadline.com. Tubi and TikTok launch incubator to help creators make long-form series. Okay, here we go. In the latest bridge between the career economy and traditional media, Fox-owned streaming service Tubi has teamed with TikTok to help the latter talent pool develop long-form series. The companies have launched an incubator to help TikTok creators develop original shows to premiere exclusively on Tubi. The programming route will span many genres across scripted and unscripted. The companies say creators will lead the creative direction of the projects and receive support from Tubi. TikTok will help identify creators who will be considered for the program, with an announcement of initial participants expected by this summer. The initiative brings together two high-profile digital players, which was acquired by Fox in 2020, has become one of the leading free streaming outlets with more than 100 million monthly active users. TikTok's explosive initial growth in the United States has leveled off somewhat, but it still has 200 million plus monthly views here and several times that in other parts of the world. After years of political and legal wrangling over TikTok being controlled by a Chinese company, even though the president of TikTok is from Singapore. Yeah, I know. A deal was finalized in January to transfer control of its U.S. operations to a new joint venture. The new group of investors includes United States stakeholders like Oracle, Michael Dell from, the Dell computer company, through Chinese-based ByteDance retains 19.9% of the entity. Tubi and its corporate siblings at Fox have been making aggressive moves in the creator space in the last 2 months. Tubi has added more than 16,000 episodes from more than 200 creators to its platform. At CES in January, Fox Ad Sales Group touted its new creators at Fox initiative to hand to a room full of media buyers. And we did talk about that in a live about Fox Creator Studios. And y'all know I've been pushing for YouTube Studios for a long time now. YouTube, are you going to let Fox whoop ass on what y'all do? I'm just asking a question. Because y'all are the ones who broadcast the NFL game from Sao Paulo, Brazil for free on YouTube. You're bringing the Oscars to YouTube in 2029. And y'all mean to tell me that y'all can't... Oh, sorry. Good day. Sorry. Allergies. Anyway, y'all mean to tell me that y'all can't do YouTube Studios when y'all used to have YouTube Originals for YouTube Red? And Pedro Pena, who is the executive vice president of Europe, the Middle East, and Africa, said that there's no appetite for originals. And then Mahone said we don't know how to pick content, but yet long form content is trending more, to the point where y'all have upfronts now for YouTube, and you change your TV interface to look more like and on top of that, y'all have a partnership with Delta Airlines, where Delta Airlines Skyline members can view YouTube Premium for free on flights. I'ma need y'all to quit playing in my motherfucking face. Damn. I'm saying this to help you. Good God. Let's continue, y'all. By the way, I think sometimes people confuse my passion for anger. And listen, I really care about this industry. I love this industry. I consume it in any and every form. And I want this industry to win. And for the longest time, back in the day in the 90s, Hollywood was here. We were down here. It was like, oh, we don't need you. We can do everything. Da 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 da. But now it's leveled, where content creators need Hollywood for the reach, but Hollywood needs content creators because we're producing the content that Hollywood can't do. So it's becoming a clash more, and more. Although I just saw an article from Tube Filter that a show that was on Netflix is now coming back to YouTube. yeah, you guys remember when I talked about Studio Lambert, you know, in the process of making YouTube originals. Now, Studio Lambert is one of the biggest unscripted content players in the space of television. So when you're seeing the creator economy evolving more and more and more and more to create these incubators and partnerships, it's just like, so is YouTube just sitting around just watching the world go by? It's like, really? But hey, listen, I think it will be only a matter of time before Tubi and YouTube come out with a partnership like this, where YouTubers like myself will be able to have Brainley's Virtual Tour Live to become a just keeping it a buck. Let's keep going. Rich Bloom, I was about to say Richard Bloom, but Rich Bloom, General Manager of Creative Programs, Executive Vice President of Business Development at Tubi, participated in the Consumer Electronics Show event. In a statement about the TikTok partnership, he said Tubi is doubling down on giving creators a real bridge from digital platforms to premium long-form storytelling. Darwin Yang, global head of entertainment partnerships at TikTok, said the team up will give the next generation of entertainers more opportunities to expand their audiences, tell bigger stories, and turn their creativity into lasting impact. So Studios was the first platform that I saw working with content creators, and Issa Rae from Insecure and Color Creative were a part of that. Then you had NBC Universal launch Unscripted Accelerator, which 5 content creators were going to win a $20,000 development deal with NBC Universal off the cable networks before the cable network split off into a separate company called Versant. I've been covering that for a while. Just type in Versant into the search bar on this channel. You'll find everything that you need to know. I was at NBC News and the Today Show on that. But then when that split happened, it became a $20,000 development deal for NBC Universal and Bravo, right? Because Bravo is still a part of NBC Universal. And then the Blavity Creator Collective, I did a live on telling people how they should apply for the Blavity Creator Collective. So incubators and partnerships are happening more and more and more and more because Hollywood is seeing, oh, wait a minute, these content creators have fan bases that, guess what, all we got to do is put some super on their natural. Number 2, they're already producing the content, so that's less overhead for us. And number 3, they have a authentic way of connecting, because there was a brother that we talked about that said the reason why talk shows are in a weird space right now is because the scarcity of celebrities being the only people to access information is no longer there. Now the real gag is authenticity. And with talk shows, they are very polished, but with content creators, the genuineness in how we go about content is the capital that Hollywood is looking for. So with that being said, I'm going to show you Studios and what it's all about. Here we go.
All day. Yeah, we're working, let me play. You know me, work real hard, now we're ready, let's play. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go, yeah. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, get low, come on, drop it to the floor. Yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Turn it up a little louder. Now get low, get low, come on, drop it to the floor. Yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, drop it to the floor. Yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder.
So you saw that, right? Build your hype team, right? Bring your project to Tubi. If that show is a hit, we'll greenlight the next one. No bullshit. Like I always say, around here, one thing to know and two things for sure. A lot happens early rolling.
It's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early.
I'm Harry Smith.
I'm Julie Chen. I'm Maggie Rodriguez.
Morning everywhere. Come on, get up.
I'm Russ Mitchell.
And I'm Dave Price.
And it's a little early for this.
Now this it's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early. Every day's good when you're starting it out right. But whenever you're in the daylight, and a lot happens early. Can you feel it? And I say,
Good morning, everybody.
Are you girls ready for the Jonas Brothers?
We have an early show exclusive. Yes.
A lot happens early.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot happens
Early.
The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.
It's a new morning.
Like I said, if you pay attention, a lot happens early over here. Let's continue this with an article from Tube Filter, and then Yotel, our last destination, and then y'all, the Daily Motivator, and then that's the show. So let's keep going here. Give me one moment. So right here from TubeFilter.com, 67% of U.S. consumers think creators are more authentic than TV. Let me say that stat two more times. 67% of U.S. consumers think creators are more authentic than television. 67% of U.S. consumers think creators are more authentic than TV. So Tubi is teaming up with TikTok. Eventually, they will team up with YouTube, okay? It's going to happen. It has to. Like, hello, I just played the video where I just told y'all a lot happens early over here. Let's keep going. Streaming service Tubi and its parent company Fox are all about creators these days, and a partnership with TikTok will double down on that commitment. The two platforms are uniting to launch a creatorverse incubator that will help creators transition to the realm of long-form programming. The partners Tubi chooses for its inaugural incubator cohort will develop original series that will premiere exclusively on the free-to-watch content hub. Both scripted and unscripted formats will be considered, and Tubi plans to launch shows across a variety of genres. The first creatorverse participants will be revealed in the summer. TikTok will help Tubi identify creators who are good fits for the Creatorverse incubator. The app will also use its Spotlight solution to drive engagement and hype surrounding the original shows. Tubi is doubling down on giving creators a real bridge from digital platforms to premium long-form storytelling, said Tubi General Manager of Career Programs and Executive Vice President of Business Development, Rich Bloom, in a statement. TikTok has become one of the most powerful engines for discovering creative voices and building passionate communities at scale. This partnership allows us to work with successful TikTok creators who are ready to take the next step creatively, expand their fandoms to new audiences on Tubi, and bring Tubi fans more stories that they can't find anywhere else. The arrival of former TikTok executive Kudzi Kunchubu at Tubi signaled the platform's intention to elevate the voices that are bubbling up on social media feeds. A slate career program followed, including contributions from TikTokers like Keon Campbell. Tubi is not the only Fox property making that pledge. Tubi's parent recently announced the hire of Billy Parks, a programming executive who has worked on several career-led shows. If you're wondering why Fox is so gung-ho about careers, Tubi's stream report provides the statistical justification for the push. The annual survey of U.S. consumer habits revealed an increasing preference for creator content over traditional fare. 67% of respondents expressed that particular opinion. 77% of respondents said that they would rather stream on-demand programming than tune into a regularly scheduled show. Career content, however, is not just supplanting TV, it's becoming TV. 63% of Tubi's respondents said that watching career content feels no different than streaming a TV show. If careers are going to be the future of entertainment, Tubi plans to be right there alongside them. The Fox-owned hub will talk more about its plans and the rationale behind them when it hosts a new upfront presentation on March 24th. So believe me, I promise you, if there's anything from that upfront, new front. So basically what an upfront is advertisers come out to see what new shows are coming out, what new ways advertisers can make more money, and basically the status of a media company. The new front is basically that same thing, but for new platforms, right? And I want to go back to something that's very interesting here. Right here where it says that the annual survey of U.S. consumer habits revealed an increasing preference for career content over traditional fare. 67% of respondents expressed that particular opinion, and 77% of respondents said they would rather stream on-demand programming than tune into a scheduled show. Now, for those of us who do live streams and everything in between, right? I know what you're thinking. Wait, 77% of respondents would rather tune into on-demand programming than tune in for a scheduled show. That does not mean, and it doesn't mean that you should stop doing what the fuck you're doing. Because let me show you something. Right here is the content library. So even though 77% of respondents said that they would rather tune into on-demand programming than a scheduled show, here's what having a scheduled show does. It feeds the entire spectrum of how people consume content. You have the viewers, you have the consumers, and then you have the viewers rather. So the people who view that content and they consume anything and everything based on the content that they're viewing, right? So when this show is done, this show is available on demand, anytime, anywhere around the world, right? So because you have built that consistency and because you've been tenacious about showcasing the variety of content you have, that will feed itself. You understand? So don't let, all right, my friend, as always, love you, value, appreciate you. By the way, catch up with I Said What I Said on her channel, and also too, shout out to Dr. Sherry Show as well. And Fullerton is also a content creator as well. So like I said before, keep going live. Imagine if I Said What I Said had her talk show on Tubi, right? When her show gets done, it's on demand on Tubi anytime. So even though it looks scary, it sounds terrifying, it sounds like, oh my God, my content is in vain. No, it's not. The fact that it's at a scheduled time, that brings people in the tent And because it's going to be on demand, that on-demand content expands the tent, right? So there you go there. All right, y'all, let's continue on with this news right here. So this is from Travel Weekly. Yotel, which is the combination of a hostel and a hotel, inks franchising deal with Hilton Hotels. Hilton has forged an exclusive franchise agreement with Yotel while making Yotel the first brand within its Select by Hilton portfolio. Excuse me. Select by Hilton is designed to bring high-quality established hotel brands into Hilton's fold without requiring them to give up their individual identity. I was about to say individuality, but individual identity or brand management, Hilton said. Under the agreement, Yotel will retain control of its brand and operations across its portfolio of 23 hotels in 10 countries while gaining access to Hilton's distribution infrastructure, technology platforms, and loyalty program. Yotel, which debuted in London, England in 2007, is built its concept around efficient use of space in urban markets, incorporating tech-forward features such as automated luggage storage and a signature smart bed, which converts from a flat bed to a sofa with a touch of a button. This also happens on Virgin Voyages, but you have to press a button for an attendant to come. So, like when you want it to be a couch, it'll fold into a couch, and when you want it to be a bed, it'll fold into a bed. The brand has 3 categories: Yotel for city center hotels, Yotel Path for extended stay properties, and Yotel Air for airport locations. In the United States, Yotel has city locations in New York, Boston, San Francisco, Miami, and Washington, D.C. Among its international locations are London, Glasgow, Tokyo, Singapore, Bangkok, and Amsterdam. The brand has set a goal of tripling its portfolio. Hotels in Kuala Lumpur, Athens, Belfast, Lisbon, and Saudi Arabia are in the pipeline. And this is from Hotel.com right here. Hilton announces exclusive agreement with Yotel to expand global footprint in lifestyle segment. So independent design-led Yotel brand gains reach through Hilton's global distribution platform. Hilton Honors members gain access to a sleek, contemporary new way to stay. Yotel will be the first independent brand as a part of a newly established Select by Hilton brand. So Hilton announced today an exclusive agreement with Yotel that will provide guests yet another way to stay. Within the hospitality leader's growing portfolio. Give me a moment, y'all. Well, welcome in. That aim on gang, welcome in. I didn't know that you even were here, so welcome in, and I'm glad to have you here. We're talking about Yotel. All right, here we go. Hilton today announced an exclusive agreement with Yotel that will provide guests yet another way to stay within the hospitality leader's growing global portfolio with highly efficient hotels in urban markets. Yotel has pioneered ways to meet changing guests' needs throughout stays that feature smart room design and clever tech-enabled features. The franchise agreement with Yotel expands Hilton's network, filling a distinct customer need in the growing lifestyle segment and America. Consistent with its proven asset-light model, Yotel will continue to independently manage and license its brand at 23 hotels across 10 countries with a goal of getting around the globe. That's how we save a show there, with a goal of more than tripling its portfolio in the coming years. Yotel will be the first. I'll show your comment there. Thank you so much for being here. Yotel will be the first brand, the newly established Select by Hilton. Select by Hilton is designed to grow into a brand that creates new ways to stay for guests with the trust, confidence, and perks they expect to come from Hilton. High-quality established hotel brands that join Select by Hilton will retain their own identity and brand management while they connect to the award-winning Hilton Honors Loyalty Program, enjoy the benefits of Hilton's superior distribution and technology platforms. Launched in London in 2007, Yotel has extended its innovative brand to hotels in key markets like New York, Tokyo, Amsterdam, Glasgow, and Singapore, with smart, efficient room designs that feature the Yotel Smart Bed, which can transform from a flat bed to a sofa with a touch of a button, and tech-forward features like automated luggage storage. The addition of Yotel to Hilton's network is the latest example of our commitment to capital efficient growth through a relationship that's both complementary to our existing brand portfolio and offers guests thoroughfully thoughtfully designed sleek new ways to stay with Hilton in key urban locations around the world, said Christian Charnox, Executive Vice President and Chief Development Officer at Hilton. This agreement further strengthens our network effect by connecting a beloved independent brand like Yotel into the powerful Hilton Honors network and commercial distribution system while preserving what makes the brand unique. The Hilton brand increases visibility and demand for Yotel without altering the experience that defines Yotel's brand, which will continue to operate with the same quality, intelligent design, and service style. Hilton brings unmatched global distribution and loyalty scale to our brand and businesses, says Phil Andreopoulos, I believe, Chief Executive Officer of Yotel. Yotel's relationship with Hilton allows us to expand our reach while staying true to who we are. What changes for Yotel is access. Not identity in a capital light and scalable way. Once integrated into Hilton's network, Hilton Honors members staying at participating Yotel properties will enjoy the benefits of Hilton Honors, the award-winning guest loyalty program for Hilton's world-class brands. The nearly 250 million Hilton Honors members. My Lord Jesus, I didn't know the network was that big. Who book directly through preferred Hilton channels have access to instant benefits and contactless technology exclusively through the industry-leading Hilton Honors app. The first hotels are expected to be available for booking through Hilton channels later in 2026. There it is there. Now I want to show you what the one in New York City looks like. Here we go. So that's how you check in. So there it is for New York City. I found a YouTube short here. Shout out to Travel with MJ for this right here. Sorry, Travel with Jay. Shout out to Travel with Jay for this. Here we go. Yeah. If I remember staying in New York, that is the suite that I'm getting. That's the night. Now I bet you it's pricey. Okay, it's not like what. It's not like it's $100 a night, but that's nice. That's very nice. Shout out to Travel with Jay for that great short there here available on YouTube, y'all. That's the show. I'm gonna turn off my camera now because we done the whole show for over 2 hours. Yes, we have. Woo, what a show, what a show, what a show, what a show, child. Yes, indeed, it has been that type of show. We're going to take a little bit of a commercial break here. And then after that, we'll be back to wrap things up right here on Braden's Virtual Tour Live. We are live on Tour Like, Comment, Share, Subscribe. We'll be back right after this. Roll it.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Braille only got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean in, feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum. Echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear. The pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor. Every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up, feel the glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the culture's grown. Stories untold, now they're coming alive. Braylon Lee got the vibe tonight. One thing to know and two things for sure. Higher is waiting and lower is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. It's Braylon Lee's virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced, and more. This show, this brand, and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved as a creator of power to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be. Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth. We're free, trust and believe. It's entertainment, news done away with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul where everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes somebody to be an artist.
Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward.
With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney and Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination, an experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and Mirar's commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
I'm loving it. McDonald's. I'm loving it.
I love you so much. I had to tell you twice. Welcome back in to Brayley's virtual tour live. Glad to have all you here. Y'all, what a bonus tour this evening we had. We talked about Nelly and Ashanti We Belong Together. It's coming back for season 2 on Peacock. It will be airing later this fall, so very excited about that. Excuse me, yes indeed. Then we gave you the whole breakdown, child, of everything happening with Taylor, Frankie, and the Bachelorette season that's not happening. Then, of course, we talked about Prairie View, A&M, and Howard University winning their games in the NCAA March Madness tournament. Then, of course, we talked about Tina Knowles and her gumbo, child. Her gumbo is being sold, okay? So all is well in Bayhiville, okay? Shout out to Wendy Williams as well. Then we talked about marriages and how some of y'all are doing too damn much with your first cousins in 16 states. We talked about that. Then we talked about Tubi teaming up with TikTok content creators to get into long-form programming, and those content creators could be seen by 100 million monthly active users. That is the potential reach that those TikTok creators could get, and eventually I do believe Tubi and YouTube will be teaming up as well. And then, of course, what you're seeing here is Yotel in New York. They have teamed up with Hilton Hotels. By the way, before we go, y'all know I always love to elevate, promote, and uplift people. So this is a new YouTube channel here. So this is the this is the Ty Noel show. So I want y'all to see just the introduction. Now it's only got like 100 some subscribers, but I want you guys to watch the introduction.
Hi guys, we are back with another episode of the Ty Noel Show. We are actually on episode 6. Last week we said 6, but that was 5. But now we're actually on 6.
First of all, y'all see the beauty, right? Y'all see the setup.
A disgruntled old grandpa. We have an NFL celebrity wanting some throat, not from his wife. And we also have the whole of Caribbean ready to come for Rihanna's honor. So it's a lot going on. So let's get on to hot topics.
Like I said, for a channel to only have 100 subscribers,
so here we are. This
she is definitely doing her thing. So like, comment, and share to her channel. This is her page right here. Shout out to her. I'm gonna drop her link in the chat. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, y'all. Everybody starts at 0. I am very grateful to each and every single one of you who like, comment, share, and subscribe, because it all works together for the good. But when I saw this sister, I'm like, hey, listen, I gotta promote it. So let me drop that link in the chat right now. So there is her link right there, the Ty Noel Show. Like, comment, share, subscribe to that beautiful sister right there. Only at 100 subscribers, but child, if your setup is like that at the beginning, you're going to get to your first 1,000 very, very easily. So I send nothing but light, love, and prayers to you, my sister. All right, y'all, let's get to the Daily Motivator and then head on out here. What a great, great bonus tour we've had this evening here. You can see a lot just by looking. Yoga Berra. Very, very wise words there. All right, y'all. It's time for the Daily Motivator for March 19th, 2026. Let's get into it. It's time for a Daily Motivator for Thursday, March 19th, 2026. Unique possibilities. You are filled with positive possibility. Tap into that possibility and transform it into reality. Everything you ever achieved originated in your imagination. What now you can choose to imagine? What now do you dare to dream? It's important to have a firm grasp on the reality of your situation, to be clear about what's available for you to work with, yet where you ultimately go depends not on your position, but on your direction. Decide what kind of world you prefer to inhabit and what kind of life you wish to experience. Point to your focus, your efforts, your resources, your skills toward your most desirable outcomes. When you act upon what matters to you, you infuse your actions with energy, passion, purpose, and great effectiveness. Forge ahead on a path you truly care about, and you'll gain new strength as you follow that path. Every day of your life has led you to this day and its unique possibilities. Take the opportunity you now have to add greatly to the richness and fulfillment of life. Ralph Morrison. Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So we're talking about unique possibilities. You know, I truly think of just the creativity of starting something, right? I mean, you think about Mark Zuckerberg and how he was at his dorm room in Harvard and just creating Facebook. You think about Colonel Sanders at Kentucky Fried Chicken, even though the original recipe was from a black woman, but that's a very important point to mention. But how Colonel Sanders got to his fame at the kind of in the elderly years of his life. You think about, for example, Lonnie Johnson, the black man who invented the super soaker. When I found out, I'm like, oh my God, of course. So the first thing I want to tell you about unique possibilities is, remember, everybody has to start. But if there's no joy in starting something, you're not going to have joy in doing it. If you don't have joy in the start of something, you're not going to have joy in the journey of doing it. If you don't have the joy in starting something, you're not going to have the joy in doing it, right? So that's the first thing I want to tell you. The second thing I want to tell you is this. It's important to have a firm grasp on the reality of your situation to be clear what's available for you to work with. Now, just because it's not available for you to work with now doesn't mean you can't get to where you're going, right? I was talking to my friend Florentine today. He was feeling a little down on himself. And I said, man, listen, I want you to know something. Everything that anyone does in life, they have been more of a failure than a success. Everybody knows about the success because that's the loudest part we want to listen to. But the most quiet part that nobody wants to listen to is the failures, it's the pitfalls, is the why the fuck am I doing this shit? Nobody wants to hear that. But remember, without you falling, you won't know how to get up. And without knowing how to be up, you won't know how to navigate when you fall down. That's the second thing I want to tell you. Finally, the third thing I want to tell you is this about unique possibilities. Every day of your life has led you to this day and its unique possibilities. There were some possibilities that y'all have been going after that wasn't supposed to be for you. I need you to recognize that God is Alpha and Omega, the beginning, the end, Jehovah Jireh, Prince of Peace, that surpasses all understanding, or wherever you believe. Whatever opportunities, possibilities, what have you lost on, maybe you weren't ready for. And wouldn't you rather want to be ready for those things when you are at your best in the capacity that you are as a person, be able to take in those possibilities, those opportunities, and whatever else is for you? And remember what Steve Harvey said. There's doors in the hallway. Keep going down the hallway. Eventually one of them's going to open. And finally, I will just say this. Some of y'all have victories that you're not tapping into in your life. Some of y'all have victories that you are not tapping into in your life. Some of y'all have victories that you are not tapping into in your life. Some of y'all out here have a really good partner, but because you're too much outside and you don't want to settle down, you're in chaos, strife, and confusion. But yet you're expecting your homegirl to be loyal to you, but you ain't loyal to her, and vice versa with women to men. Some of y'all's kids are so exploratory on everything, but you want them to focus on one thing. You're stifling their opportunity to run. Some of you have a very successful art gallery, but you're worried that you're not at the Met being seen by everybody. Recognize the victories you have and tap into them. As I'm saying it to you, I'm saying it to myself. We think about how much we want to be a champion, but yet we can't even appreciate being a winner at where we're at. Ain't that sad? Even though it's sad that we don't recognize that, what a blessing it is to be able to know that by recognizing the victories that we have and tapping into them, we can be a champion in anything we want to go after. Can I get a witness from the congregation in Jesus' name, rather? Yes, yes, yes. Amen, amen, amen. With that being said, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say 1 point special because you were always born a blessing. Trust you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why it's one thing to call yourself, it's another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I get to spend time with you. You spend time with me. Hopefully, I spend time together. Ross, we work together. And always remember, we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or child, you're just recognizing that, listen, what you do can determine the blessings or curses that come your way, rather. Make sure the replay is not just where you watch it, not just where you listen to it, before you want to experience it again. I love you. I value, I embrace you all. Always remember, see love you gotta give it, see love you gotta give it, see love you gotta give it, wherever obstacles you overcome, wherever success you have achieved upon this particular day. I'm extremely proud of you, but no one else is proud of you. Be proud of your damn self. Finally, y'all, listen. I truly think to myself, right, about, soda fountains, right? Some of us keep consuming soda that we know we don't like, that don't taste good to us, and we're just getting it just because it's an option. Quit picking soda flavors that you don't want in your life. That goes to people, places, and things too. Now clock that T. Commercial break and fireworks are coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's coming, for the blessings that are on the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love. And I send it right back to you. Have a great Thursday night, everybody. I love you all. Bye.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed.
Wait a minute now. I always make time for my people. What's good, gorgeous? Good to see you. Glad to have you here. Black women are in the building as a content creator. Great individual. She has been stomping the yard. Did you hear me? In her content. I am so damn proud of you. Like I said, from the first time I met her virtually, I knew she was going to be something special. There's a lot of people that I've supported back in the day. And one thing to know and two things for sure, there is no man that appears weekly on a panel on Saturday, nor any other man in this broken, decrepit, and just need to be forgotten scepter that could have done a fifth quarter or a half of what Brain Lee did in terms of supporting people. Let's get that motherfucking straight right damn now, okay? And I did it not to get something from you, but because I was trying to give something to you. Because like my mama has always said, money, circumstances, and everything in between don't change a person. It just amplifies what's already been in them. You understand me? So. Now listen, if what I'm saying ain't true, don't respond. But if you respond, it must be true to some damn degree. Because we ain't gonna forget those 8-hour motherfucking ass lives I did. We ain't gonna forget how I was on everybody's panel trying to bring sensibility, but also relatability and understand that right is right and wrong is wrong. And that no matter what happened, I always said what needed to be said. Not to gain attention, but to be about and be on purpose when it came to Melody Cherie Rogers. Let's get that straight, okay? Listen, sleep. Motherfucking ass sleep. Do you hear me? I was on with L'Oreal for I don't know how long, child. And T-Talk what your girl called, she was like, you know you sleep, right? But you know what's such a blessing? My mom has always said, people may not remember what you say, they may not remember what you do, but they'll always remember how you made them feel. And like I said, many times before, I remember saying my 5 statements. For those of you who remember my 5 statements, y'all remember my 5 damn statements. Don't play around with me. But the biggest statement that I said was this was going to prove who's a real content creator and who ain't a real content creator. And child, I know nobody wants to say my name because you know my name is good in weight, gold, and everything in between. But I've called a lot of shit that has come to pass. You know what's crazy on top of that? Let me come on camera and say this because I do believe that it was a brother that said y'all need to watch for Paramount Skydance and y'all need to watch what's happening with Warner Brothers Discovery. Remember when I said that shit? And now Paramount Skydance has bought Warner Brothers Discovery. But here's the gag, though. You ready? Because Netflix wanted to buy the studios and the streamers. And those cable networks, which include the Oprah Winfrey Network, is going to be spun off into Discovery Global. But because Paramount Skydance has now bought the whole enchilada, if y'all remember, for Paramount Skydance, in order for that deal to go through, they had to cut off their diversity, equity, inclusion initiatives. You remember that shark that I had up, that you can't have 2 black networks? But y'all are more concerned about fucking damn show than the platform. But y'all got it, though. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. That's why I'm not stressed over here. Like, okay. So if for some odd reason, just like BET Plus is going to be folded into Paramount Plus, if OWN gets folded into BET, I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear no tears. I don't want to hear, where's Braylon at? Can he come on a panel? Can TikTok call Braylon? Don't you call me. None of yous. Because I tried to be there for y'all. I did. And just because I'm standing on business don't mean I have hate in my heart for anybody. Let's get that straight. Because I'm the first one to be a uniter before being a divider. I'm the first one to always promote what doesn't need. How can I put it? I'm always the first one to promote what no one else is talking about. But most of all, I know we can be more than what is said about us. That's never fucking changed. I want you to find one motherfucking bitch or Mitch to call me to the carpet about my time on YouTube. Find them. Bring them to me and let's have the motherfucking ass discussion. But you can't, you won't, and you never will. 1 million views off of covering black culture. 1 million views on standing on business. 1 million views of going my own way. Like I said, some of y'all, if y'all try to do a fifth core or half of the shit I would do, that I do, y'all will have a mental fucking coma. Because I bet y'all, some of y'all like, damn, how does he keeps going on tour? How does he keep finding these destinations? How can he go from Nelly and Ashanti to talking about the hospitality industry in one show? You know, it's funny, giving you the real tea said to a supposed content creator that his people know how to do a little bit of everything else. I would like for me and that content creator that giving you the real tea talk to, for me and that content creator to do a show each for a full week. That content creator versus me. Because I promise you, that content creator said, I don't have the attention span to do a live. My brain didn't develop after the age of 26. And I had to leave because if y'all don't like somebody else's mouth, y'all ain't going to like mine. Well, here's the gag. Didn't you say you were going to cover Ready to Love? And how many seasons have I covered Ready to Love? Ooh. Like I said, some of y'all would need a team of producers to do what the fuck I do when I do it by my damn self. And listen to that content creator. If what I'm saying ain't true, don't take on the challenge, heifer. And heifer means a cow before y'all get on to me. But if you do want to take the challenge on, recognize I've done over 1,000 tours, live streams, shows, covering everything else of a motherfucking ass culture. Do we need to go over my resume? Nickelodeon, iHeartMedia at the age of 26. Saying goodbye to Mary on We TV. Steve Harvey Morning Show. ABC News. Channel 1 News. Sonny Minks from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Formerly of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let me put some respect on that sister's name. Dr. Shania Horan. Breaking out the Never Ever Mets on OWN and Hard Hustle Houston. Interviewing Aaron H. Diamond, Millie, and Josh. Ro watched every review. Dr. Ariel from Bravo's King Court watched every review and came on our show and gave us like a 50-minute interview. Dr. Ariel came on and gave us a 50-minute interview. I really don't think you want to take that challenge on. I'm talking to that content creator that give you the real tea talk to, who said that other people can only be a one-trick pony. We're a child. In the words of Candace Dill Bassett, here's the mirror. I am projecting. And the gag is you're the insecurity. You make it do what it do and do. Have done it, will do it, and will always do it to the highest degree. Ask about me. I did a whole show called 3 with the T and still made 2 million views without 3 with the T. Don't play me. Don't play me. Don't play me. And that's no disrespect to 3 with the T. I love that damn show. I wanted to come back with the Braxtons and close it out for y'all, but I can't fight for something more than them. So and I'll just end it with this because I've said many times. So many of you are so concerned at working at a bank location like Bravo that y'all forgetting there's more money with the bank owner of NBC Universal. But y'all got it. Y'all good. Y'all that bitch. Y'all that Mitch. But I'm trying to think. One Mitch lost his ass in court. And the other one got sued and lost to Cardi B. As losing her rabbit ass mind where she couldn't be a solution for her fucking self. Y'all let me know what's going on. Black women in the building, you got anything else you want to say before I go? Before I just want to make sure you had a little bit of extra time with me. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh, man. I love what we do over here. I really do. Oh, I can't tell you how many times I've given away opportunities. I can't tell you how many times I've promoted black entrepreneurs, rather. I certainly can't tell you how many times I've covered some shit that y'all have never covered. Like I said, that 12-year-old young lady that was raped in a garden in Florida, shout out to Samantha Uncut for covering that story. Shout out to you. Now, I would think being black women and being about empowerment, this, that, and third, y'all would have covered that 12-year-old girl who got raped in Florida. The main gentleman who did raped her for 30 minutes. The second gentleman put rocks in her mouth to shut her up from screaming and held her down. And the third gentleman, the third young man, held her down while helping the second boy. It is a damn shame that we talk about being kings and queens, but yet some of us are not handling the responsibilities and executing the assignment and being about handling the weight of the crown and being about the purpose of being a ruler. Now, with that being said, one love, much love, all love. I feel the love and send it right back to you. Good night, everybody. Black women in the building. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Value, value, value. Appreciate you, appreciate you. And she said it. She said it. She said it. She said it. She said it right there. All right. Bye, everybody.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you. and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken-ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because
I've been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon. Shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.
By the way, black women are in the building. Thank you for the Lucky Clover for 4 jewels. Thank you so much, beautiful. Have a wonderful night. Love you, love you, love you. Value, value, value. Appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying